Welcome to a brief chapter in my life. I was born in San Antonio, Texas, in an Air Force hospital, the second of two girls. We began our military life soon after. We moved around to Florida, Alaska, Washington State, and California, and when I was in junior high, we moved to Illinois. When I finished the 8th grade, my dad received orders for North Africa. Yes, I was a cheerleader. That's me on the floor in 8th grade. We landed at Wheelis Air Force Base at 2 a.m. As we waited to exit the plane, we noticed a lot of people at the terminal. Turns out that's what the GIs did for entertainment. They watched the new people get off the plane. When we exited the plane, it was 90-something degrees. Dad drove us to our house and we settled in. After some time, my sister and I went to bed. One thing I will never forget, at sunrise that morning, I woke up to a strange sound.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا
The Muslim call to prayer. I have to admit I was scared. Nobody warned me about any of it. Just come on over and we'll start living over here. I really liked living on the base. Our high school had over 33 nationalities. We had Air Force kids, embassy, and oil kids. It was always a trip walking down the hall from class to class and listening to the different languages. The beach was my favorite part of living in North Africa. We lived 2 blocks from the Mediterranean and school was right near the cliffs. I daydreamed a lot looking at the water. We had a lot of interesting things to do off base, like there was the old city that was coal shopping and Roman ruins to explore. We had soccer games, football, and I was a cheerleader for one of those football teams. I was also on the girls' volleyball team. We played against teams off the base, good teams. We didn't stand a chance against the Italians, the British, or the Yugoslav teams.
You say you want a revolution. Well, you know, we all want to change the world.
Life as we knew it was about to change. On September 1st, 1969, the government was overthrown. It was a peaceful coup led by Colonel Gaddafi, who was 27 at the time. Gaddafi didn't want a U.S. presence, so they began the process of closing the base down. We had just started school, and in January we began going to school on Saturdays. Somehow we had to fit the school year in before they closed the base. We were moved into GI barracks as they slowly sent families home. Living in the barracks was strange. It was a little like a sparse hotel with a phone, bathroom, and beds. I was 16 at the time and we all made the best of it. They were closing every part of the base. The commissary was practically giving stuff away. We had cases of Coke and lobster tails and anything that the commissary had stocked we pretty much could have. One of the families that lived near us left their old Chevy for us to drive so we could ship our car back to the States. Somehow, my sister and I found some spray paint and decided the old car needed a new paint job. We all drove the car around on the base, but eventually the base commander sent word that it must be cleaned up, so we spray painted it as normal as we could. We were on the third to the last plane taking families back to the States. Someday I would like to go back and visit. Living in a foreign country gave me an appreciation of our country and what we as Americans have, especially the green grass.